You're listening to Downright Dreaming, a podcast hosted by me, Kate.
And me, Tanya. We chat about big dreams, creating your next level life, and a whole lot of girl talk.
A podcast where no dream is too big and no topic is off limits.
This is the Downright Dreaming podcast.
Hello and welcome back to the Downright Dreaming podcast. I'm your co-host Kate.
And I'm your co-host Tanya.
That was good.
I know it was good. I can do it again.
Yeah, you can do it again.
I got this.
We've deleted the Southern Belle phase.
For now. She'll be back.
She'll be back. What is this? Episode 11?
Episode 11.
We literally discuss it, then I forget.
I know.
I'm like, what is this? What are we doing?
But today we're
So
going
11.
to do another kind of add-on to
Yes.
Welcome to 30s.
It's a part 2 for Welcome to 30s. So Welcome to 30s has been our biggest and most popular episode. So thanks.
So thanks. We have to do another one.
Thanks,
We
guys.
have more to say.
We do. I mean, I think it's a good one. And if you haven't listened to part 1, then you should probably go back and listen to part 1 first. I think that was our second episode.
Yeah. We filmed it on, was that our first? That was
First
our first
day.
film
Yeah.
sesh.
Yeah, so that's episode 2. So go check that out before. I mean, you don't have to listen to that one before this one. There's no it's not like a movie. Like you have to watch the first.
Yeah,
movie.
it's not requirement. It's not a requirement, but I think you'll thoroughly enjoy it.
It's not a requirement.
It's not a requirement.
But before we get into it, let's just do a quick little recap of what's going on in your life. I mean, I know what's going on in your life.
She knows because she's been such a big part of it, you guys.
It's such a big part of your life. But tell the listeners,
Okay.
give us a little tan update.
Okay, so we're going to talk more. Well, I'm going to talk more about this in our next episode for sure,
Oh, yeah.
about moving into a home. But long story short, Kate, real estate agent Kate, got AJ and I our first home, and we signed that lease, and we moved in like a week and a half.
I know. I literally
Crazy.
have it on the calendar with, not in the family calendar, just my personal calendar. I don't think Neil needs to know
Can you
everything.
imagine? Like Neil, just letting you know.
Just
No,
letting you
but
know.
that's-
He pretty much knows everything. So
That's like the most epic thing that's happening right now. But I have like a random thing that I want to share with you because it's giving me the giggles.
okay.
So obviously we are on Instagram, we are on YouTube, and we're on TikTok. Like
Yes,
like
we are.
we post content on.
Can you plug it?
What does that mean? Oh, at
Plug it
what
in.
does that mean? At Downright Dreaming
.podcast, right?
.podcast. Yeah,
Is that what it is on TikTok too?
yeah. I think we did it the same. At Downright Dreaming .podcast.
On TikTok.
I think they're definitely both the same.
It's actually really funny. You should go.
But okay, so I was looking at our TikTok because every few days I'll post like the updated reel or whatever
Yeah.
we put on there.
TikTok.
There's a few videos
Oh, no.
and we have haters. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. And it's so
Wait,
funny.
what did you say?
Okay, it's so funny. Okay, so now I interact with them,
Oh my god,
And-
I love this for us.
and I was
We
like,
made it.
we
You know,
made it.
you know you've made it when you get the hate comments.
there was only a few, and I interact with all of them, and I basically
I was
like.
what is that?
I basically say to them, like, on the ones that I feel like they're really giving us hate, I'll respond.
About what?
It's usually guys
Oh, God.
coming across being like, oh, just a designated space for you to complain about your lives. Great. Like,
Oh,
random things like
wow.
that. Yeah. And then I'll comment on them. Because I'll comment back to everyone.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, thanks so much for the love and support and commenting on our post, boo. We appreciate you. Have a fabulous day. Like, I'll like send them so much love back.
Oh my god, I didn't know this.
And then, then I got into a full conversation with one guy. It was about the episode where we were talking about X with our
Knew it.
partner.
Knew it.
And it was us saying, like, why do people put things in different places out of the
Oh,
dishwasher?
well, you know what? We did ask people. We said, "Let us know. Why
This
do
was
you
the
do
one
this?
that
So why
had the
does he do?
most.
Why does he?"
14 comments. But also I responded to everyone, so I guess it's
Okay.
like 7. But, okay. So the first one is...
Read it out. Read it out for the listeners.
Okay, so this one's just responding to the question.
Okay.
He said, the thought around putting stuff in different places is if you're thirsty, you grab something to put that thirst quencher in, reorganize later as a task, because that's definitely OCD. Something like that.
I'm rolling my eyes.
And I was like, interesting perspective. I like it.
Interesting perspective. If you listen to the full episode, you would know that Kate does have a little bit of OCD.
Okay, and then there was this guy, I wish we could shout out his name, but we're not going to be that low. But there was this guy that goes, a podcast to complain about mundane relationships. Lol.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then I comment, thanks for the comment, we appreciate the support. Heart.
Wow, this is good.
It's so good. And then I went to their
I
pages.
secretly like the drama.
It's such drama. And then I went to their, like,
Oh,
these people who complain pages, and they're like, well, this guy specifically, he's a
Not going to say his name.
struggling artist, shall I say, in the nicest terms,
Okay.
trying to make a singing career on TikTok.
Not going
And-
well.
Well, I don't think so. But I was like, I could be so mean right now. And I was like, Tanya, this is a business podcast.
Yeah.
Like, pull it together.
Yeah.
But it gives me the giggles that people, like, just troll. And when
Yeah.
they're actually, like, normal people. Like, he's not a troll. He's, like,
He's a human being.
who's, like, trying to make it on TikTok. So I was like, oh, you're really putting yourself out there.
Yep.
But anyway, then...
Read us another one.
Okay. Someone wrote, who decides what the right spot is? That actually wasn't bad.
Obviously, the wife, the girl, the female in the house. And then if there's two females in the house, then there's always one boss.
But, yes, accurate.
So
Then,
we all know that. Everybody knows that. Plus, let's be honest. Does AJ really want to decide where all the things go?
I don't think AJ wants to decide anything.
Exactly.
He loves when I make decisions for him. I
Yes.
guess we should ask him that before I just make that a
No, I'm going to say Neil doesn't fucking care. He doesn't care where the salad bowl goes. Just put it
That's true.
in the spot. He doesn't want to organize it because it doesn't give him any, like, fulfillment. And we'll talk about this in our episode today.
Okay. Then we have one comment which wasn't that bad that said, oh, the drama. No thought beyond that. But I think he's talking about, like, putting things in different places, like there's no thought beyond it, or he's talking about us having no thought beyond it. I don't know which one.
I don't... Okay.
And I just wrote, ha.
What, did you write a question mark?
Yeah, I should have. Then this guy came at us, like, was so weird. But then I just really loved on him. And he, like, then we started to have a conversation.
Okay. So he turned it back around.
So
Let me hear it.
he goes, he doesn't care about you. Break up with him. It's so simple. And he doesn't care enough to even have a thought around it. It makes you mad. And I was like, I put laughing faces and was like, oh my God, yes, we must immediately. And
yes.
Yes,
I was
absolutely.
on my to-do list
So, yes, sir.
for today.
And then he wrote back, wait, I was just being dramatic. He might be a good man. Laughing face, I'm single. What do I know?
Oh my
And then he's
God, that's
laughing.
actually funny.
And now I'm building rapport with this TikTok user. So I'm
Yep.
like, I love this so much. Laugh, laugh, laugh.
Laugh, laugh, laugh.
I was like, we love some good drama. And then I said, if the cups aren't put in the right place next time, it's over.
Hashtag AJ, watch out.
Then he responds, please give him at least 2 more chances.
Does he really think he's being serious?
Yes, yes, please give him at least 2 more chances. Fake like you really are leaving him just to see how he reacts.
Oh my God, this is good.
So anyway, we have very interesting comments on
So
some
go,
of our TikToks.
go troll us. I don't mind. I don't mind the trolls. You know, actually, Neil and I were talking about this the other day. He did this massive drum thing on YouTube or something. It was a big deal. It was a really big deal.
You posted?
Yeah,
Oh, it's so good.
it was like a huge deal. Anyway, he called me, and he doesn't listen to this anyway, so he's never even going to hear this. He called me and he was like, I actually have like some hate comments on there, like some trolls, like some bad comments. And I was like, okay. And he was like, well, should I respond?
Is it on his YouTube?
No,
Or is
it's
it
on
like the...
it's on like the drum YouTube, like it's on their channel.
Who's going on a drum YouTube to give hate?
Yeah, it's like full paragraphs. So anyway, he texted me. He was like, "This is what I was going to respond to some of them," and I texted back and said, "Absolutely not. Like you don't have to explain to these people why you said those things. That's what you believe. That's what you've done. That's how you built your career. Don't like go and dull it down because they're fucking idiots."
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And-
yeah,
and-
you just gotta let it
Yeah,
out.
I was like,
Who are they? Did he go to their pages?
yeah, they're like drummers.
Oh, are they?
I mean, drummers. I'm giving
Okay.
them drummers that have never played a professional gig in their life.
Got it. Wannabe drummers.
Yeah. I was like, yay. Like I was like,
You
so,
made it.
I was like so positive about it. And he was like, oh yeah, fuck that. I'm not even going to respond. And I was like, there you go.
There you go. Yes.
But he was going to respond not like fun, like you. He was going to respond like, well, this is why I said this, and this is why I did this, and
defending himself.
yeah. And I was like,
Yeah.
you don't need to defend yourself.
No.
Everything that you said was great.
Oh, okay. Well, we've made it.
I had
We've officially made
no
it.
idea we
I
had.
know. I keep forgetting to tell you.
That really makes me happy. She's hit me again. Your hands actually. Are my hands cold?
No, they're not.
Oh,
I know. I'm sorry.
they're cold. We don't have pants on today. Well, we do have pants on, but we don't have long pants on because it's 100 bloody degrees outside.
Yeah, it's hot. But that was my weekly recap. Not really, but
I love that. I wish I would have known, but it was kind of fun to do this live
I know.
on air.
Do you want to hit us with a weekly recap? I was about to say a weekly recap.
A weekly recap. My week was.
Got the giggles.
It was so good. It was so great. I'm in a new office now, so I'm in the valley.
Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna actually plug myself.
Do it.
So if you need a real estate agent, give me a call. I don't think I've
You've got
said this on the podcast before. I am a real estate agent, so if you need help with selling, buying, or leasing, but you might know a person or a friend.
You guys,
Or-
even if you know a person or a friend, I'm telling you, no one is Kate Daniels from personal experience. Let me plug you for you.
Like, you were really cute, actually. Tan messaged me and she said, "Hey, can I leave a review?" I was like, "Yeah, don't worry. It's all
They're like,
automated. It's coming.
You will be.
You will be leaving a review."
No, but you were so good.
Do
Ham.
you have reviews for yours? Like testimonials?
I don't have a place for them. I'll send them stuff after the
Yeah.
program's done. Yeah, I'll send them either a Google form, but this time I'm gonna send them a little DM thing and just have them fill it out in there.
I think they're so underrated.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
I
they're
think-
really good.
Yeah, I think, I mean, when I first started, I was always so hesitant to ask for a review. But now I'm like, yeah.
Oh
should.
yeah, no, you absolutely should.
Yeah, why not?
And it builds your business, your
Yeah.
brand, that's you.
But very rarely do people say, no, I'm not leaving a review. You know what I mean? When does ever someone go, no, absolutely not?
Yeah, never.
No.
Unless they say yes and they just forget, and then
Yeah,
you
but
feel
that's-
weird about following up. So you just, but you will get. No one's going to say no to your reviews. You bring us coffee, you bring us treats. Every time I see her, she's a goodie bag to me. I'm like, do I need to keep renting houses to keep you gifts? You don't give me gifts when I come here.
Excuse me.
Oh, that's true.
Excuse me. Take that right back.
That's true. I ask for chips every time I come.
And now I went downstairs this morning and just got the bag of chips and just put it upstairs before she even had to ask me.
And I finished them.
Yeah.
Thank
And
you.
we just realized today that Tan opened this one bag that goes to show how much I snack. I don't really like to snack. I like to eat huge meals. My mum knows this because she'd be like, "That's a huge meal." I'd be like, "Yes, I'm going to eat this whole meal." And then be full.
Like Eva. Eva, what is wrong with me? Just at Downright Dreaming podcast, I am. At Downright
Maybe we should
Dreaming
have our
headquarters.
own snacks.
I know. Ooh,
We
down
should
the
have
line.
our own salt and vinegar dream
good.
chips. Okay, so that was my recap. It's just been a great week, and I just plugged myself. So if you need my services, well, let me know.
Hit her up, Pete.
Okay, today's episode. I'll just move this so we can actually see the timer. There we go. Today's epi is Welcome to 30s Part 2.
Yeah.
Did you like the music that I put in the other week?
Yes. Gave me a really good giggle.
Thank you. Okay, welcome to 30s Part 2. We are both in our 30s.
Yeah.
You're 31?
I'm 30. Am I? Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I? Yes.
I'm 30.
Yeah, so we're fresh into the 30s.
30 and a half. Oh, it's 11:11 right now.
I know, I saw it.
Did you see
I was
that?
distracted. It's on your phone too. It's lit up. It's everywhere.
It's everywhere. I keep seeing angel numbers all the time.
Oh, I love when I do.
Okay, welcome to 30s Part 2. We're just going to kind of talk about more things that we've realised that we do in our
I'll
30s.
kick us off.
Yeah, please.
So what I was thinking, based off our last epi, and then now thinking about what we should dive into, or what else do I find is different in our 30s?
Yeah.
The biggest one that I've realised is obviously, AJ and I very well, and pre-30, well, AJ was already in his 30s, but let's just talk about 30s from a woman aspect because
Yeah,
it's very different. Anyway,
from our point of view.
from our point of view. But so pre-pandemic, I would say,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Life after I feel like everyone can relate to that.
Yeah.
It's just so different. You look at things so differently.
Yeah, we used to be so social. Like, he had so many friends here, like his longtime friends. We were social, like we were all doing the things, and we would like mingle sometimes.
social.
Like, you would come hang out with his friends with us. Like, we were all over the place.
Yeah.
And then
Parties all the time.
yeah, we were just out and about, living our best life.
Plus, that kind of came with our jobs at the time.
Yeah.
We were out late, working late. We would stay late.
Yeah, doing nightlife stuff. He did nightlife stuff.
Yeah.
So we were just like doing stuff all the time socially.
Yeah.
And then what happened eventually was we started to not want to do that. And then our friends started to also move away. And what I noticed with our relationship was we got to a point where we were like, oh my God, we're so bored. But not like we just, that all stopped, but we didn't actually intentionally create a new things for fun.
Yeah.
As like who we are now. And what we realized was who we are now is like we do couple things.
Yeah.
So it's not like, where's the gang at?
Welcome to the couple side of life.
Yeah. So we literally had a conversation because we were like just letting weeks roll by where weekends would come. We'd be like, what, should we watch a movie?
Oh,
like, do you want to go on a hike? Like, we didn't plan anything. And we wrote down a list.
I'm shaking my head.
I know. We literally had to like have a conversation about it because I was like, wait, things have changed in our life, but we haven't like rolled with the times. Like, we haven't actually been like, that's gone. Not gone, but that we don't want to do that anymore. So what do we want to do? And we had to.
So what do you do?
We go on staycations a lot.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I know what you do, but tell the listeners.
Okay, yeah. So
you've gone from party, friends' house parties, barbecue parties. I mean, not to say like you guys were crazy drinking and all that stuff, but
no,
you were
just
social with people, like a lot of people. You weren't going out for a coffee with one person.
We weren't spending weekends just him and I all the time before. It was like,
and sometimes you would go out and then he would, like, you both wouldn't go out together.
Not all the time, no.
Yeah, he would go out and stay, you would go out and stay, or us girls would just go out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so what do you do now?
Okay.
In your 30s.
Well, in our 30s, so what we actually did in that moment was we literally wrote a list of things to do that were, we wrote a list of, I know, it is a good tip. We wrote a list of 3 things to do.
Oh.
Just like random things like dinners or like restaurants we want to try.
Are you Kate right now?
I know. And then we wrote a list of like places we want to go.
Oh my God, I love this.
And because we actually had to put really a lot of effort into this because we were like, oh my God, we don't know what we like anymore because we don't like what we used to like, but we don't know what we like.
This is so good. Did it make you, because obviously we're in Los Angeles, did it make you fall back in love with LA? Because you saw like you did more things in LA?
We actually...
Did you hate LA more? So honestly, you saw more of LA, you're like,
honestly, it made me feel like we don't even need to be here.
I know, because you went through a whole phase with you were going to move, you were going to move to Nevada or like somewhere else because you were like, we don't even need to be in LA.
We don't even need to be here.
I'm very happy you stayed. Can you imagine if you left? We wouldn't be sitting here right now.
Although I low-key have days where I'm like, LA's just not doing it for me sometimes. Like the traffic. I mean, I can talk about that all day.
Yeah.
But
we could do an LA.
Yeah, we should. But basically, yeah, we wrote out a list. So each weekend for like that first month, we would go to the list and pick one and do something.
Oh, that's really cute.
Picnic at the beach.
Oh yeah, I love the picnic.
Just go to the store, like not to grocery shop, to get like random meals or something we cook that night.
Right, that's fun.
Like things to do. So we're not just like, we love baking cakes.
Yeah, I know you guys bake. Yeah,
I know. When we go to staycations, we get cake.
That's really fun though.
I know, and what I found out is AJ really cares that the icing's very clean.
Oh wow.
And I'm just like,
oh yeah, no.
Yeah. So anyway, that was one real thing that I noticed.
That's really nice.
Had to have thought.
No, but I like that you've done like the free thing. Like a free thing is like you could literally just go for a hike.
Yeah.
Together.
Hike, walk Bentley, go do run.
Walk around a farmer's market, like not buy anything.
We did that a lot for a while. You probably saw that too. We were like, let's go to the farmer's market on a Sunday, walk around. We'd like get a lemonade, have some fries, watch some music.
Yeah.
We get a tea.
Yeah. That's definitely a 30s thing, I think, going to more markets. Not like vintage flea markets, like a farmer's market, like getting some groceries when you're in your 30s.
I don't do that.
Yeah.
Yet.
Yeah.
Yet.
You will.
I don't do the farmer's market.
You will, because when you move into your new neighborhood, it's going to be like a community neighborhood feel.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, and there'll be farmers markets.
I wonder where they are.
And they'll be down the street, and you'll take Bentley, your dog, and just
okay.
go there, get a coffee, and it'll be like a weekend thing.
TBD on Tanya buying
TBD.
farmers market veggies.
Yeah, that's a huge change.
Mm.
However, on the other perspective, I feel like Neil and I have always been like that.
No.
We've always been couple. Like, we would rather, not that we would rather, but because he's always away and he's traveling so much, he's so social. He's always out meeting people and, scratch you, sorry. Just give you a little
I didn't even feel it.
and doing things. And so I think when he comes home, the last thing he wants to do
I get it.
is go out, but it's okay, is go out and be social and drink and go to a party and listen to music, because that's all he does.
Yep, that makes total sense for you guys. Like, he goes away for months at a time.
Yeah.
Long periods of time, most of the time. So when he is home, like, it's sacred for you guys.
Yeah.
Like, you guys want to, and this is your house. Like, you guys bought this. Like, you guys want to do your thing.
Yeah.
Huge.
I think on that note, what's changed in my 30s, in my 20s, when he would come home and you girls would message and be like, hey, let's do a girls thing, I would always feel torn because I wanted to, like, see Neil because I haven't seen him, but then I also, like, wanted to go hang out.
I always thought you were really good at that.
With, really?
Yes. Like, you would always, like, for the most part, you would still come. And I was like, but Neil just got home. Don't you want to be with him? Like, I remember being like, wow,
Yeah.
she's good at that. Because,
Oh, I didn't think I was.
no, you were really good at that. Because I was like, I know that most girls wouldn't, like, prioritize friendships when, like, and no one would have even blamed you because.
No.
But he would have just got home, like, 2 days prior and you were at Friday night, girls' night,
Yeah.
having cheese and wine with us. But sure, it's only a few hours, but still, like, it's your Friday night with him. But you were very good. So I want to just reflect that to you.
Oh, thanks. I mean, that was in my 20s as well.
I know.
But I feel like I wasn't 20 when I was 20.
You weren't.
I was always in my 30s
You
already.
were like 46 when you were 25.
Yeah.
Younger as you
My-
now you're 30.
Am I Benjamin Button? But
we just watched that the other time.
oh, you did. Oh,
Yeah, I
stop.
had to turn it off.
Oh,
It was a
God.
good 2 and 10.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's weird. Anyway, continue.
But I know. But going, like, back to that now, what Neil and I realized is that when he first gets home for those first couple of days, he's exhausted.
yeah, my
like,
gosh.
he
full
doesn't-
tour.
All he's gonna do is just chill out, veg out on the couch. So, I mean, I could be on the couch too with him, but he could just have his own time,
That's true.
and then I could go hang out with the girls.
Because he's been around people 24/7 for months. So,
Yeah.
like, I get that too. And you live with him. So, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I see.
So that's the perspective I kind of put it in. But
that's
that
great.
really happened when I got older. Like, as I was,
Yeah.
probably like late 20s, but let's just say 30s.
You know what I thought about it too? Like, I remember because I actually had this thought, like, back then when you would come out and he would have just got home. But I was like, you guys did distance for so long.
For a whole,
Yeah.
forever.
And
Since
now
we've
that
known each
you're
other.
here and it's only a few weeks, few months, it's
Yeah.
like, oh, it's fine. You're going home to him tonight. Like, it's,
That literally was the conversation that we had. That's the conversation that we have all the time. It's so much nicer because otherwise it was, we need to hang out. We need to, like, see each other 24/7 because I'm going to leave and go back to Australia, or he's going to go back to America. So we have to be together all the time. And even like now, when we go to Australia to see family, I go on vacation, like, with my sister and just leave him at my mum's house.
Like, see ya.
I'm like, see you in 3 days. And he's like, make it a week. Like,
Make it a week.
yeah, he's cool.
There's no rush to,
No.
like, squeeze the time.
No, because we live together.
Yeah,
It's the
you guys
best.
just live together.
Okay, let's talk about that. In your 30s, either like owning a property, moving out of home, living with a partner, the differences in your 20s. Like, the differences in how you treat your house.
Oh gosh. I mean, I'm
Okay,
not.
so what would, if you, in your 20s, I mean, it's a little different for us because we were living in LA in
Yeah.
our 20s and we were living out of home. But the difference is that you're probably going to go through now in your 30s,
Yeah.
now that you've got this beautiful new house.
I know. I
and
was
you're
going to say, and I was like, you're going to be so disappointed in me, but the way I am and we are in our apartment is, yes, it's not a 21-year-old. Like, we keep it clean.
Yeah.
We do the things, but I also don't care about the apartment. Like,
That you will.
oh, no, I know. Like, I know this is going to be a new thing.
It's going to be a whole new thing.
I know. I'm going to be buying paper towels like they're going out of fashion. Everything's going to be like,
Yeah, you do.
and then when we actually buy a house through Kate Daniels, because there is no other agent, there is no other one.
There is. There's many. But
Your gift for us can be paper towels because I'm going to want to clean everything.
great. No, it's actually a very nice gift when you buy it.
Do you know what's funny? And my parents watch this, so they're going to laugh. But I would always be like, why do they buy paper towels every week? Like,
I
there's
do.
there's a stash of paper towels. There's like paper towels there,
That's
and then
really
every week
funny.
they buy more, and then
And toilet
now,
paper too.
everything stocks up
Yeah.
just in case it does a stain or something, and they've run out of like the
Yes.
80 rolls. But
That's a 30s thing a 30s and above thing for sure. That is, yeah, that's true. I feel like just keeping your house clean. I would always be like, Mum would just, I mean, the house was immaculate all the time. But now I get it because my house is
your house is pretty
immaculate.
Do you have a lot of paper towels?
I do. And I also have a stash underneath the cupboard
Oh my god!
downstairs. Yeah. I like stock up. Like it's
This
it's full. Actually, it's running low.
I swear, this is how I started to realize that I'm growing up, is when I
Yeah.
started to care that we had paper towels. Because there would be times in our old place, like 2 years ago, when AJ and I would go without paper towels and the empty roll would be there and we'd be like, whoops, forgot to get it.
No.
And then
We just get them at every shop.
well, now we do.
Yeah.
But that's been a thing that I've been like, we need paper towels. And then when I think that, I'm like, I'm getting older.
You're in your 30s now. I think like clean house, clean sheets. Oh, that's a big one.
I
mean,
love the smell of fresh sheets.
Yep.
Couldn't care
Just-
less before. Do now.
No, when you're in your early 20s, you're like, oh, I don't want to wash my sheets. But now I'm like, it's sheet washing day. Let's go. Strip the bed. We're up at 7. The bed is stripped.
Why can I
Like-
hear my mum yelling, strip the bed?
Strip the bed. Yeah, literally.
I don't want
Mums
to
are
strip the
listening.
bed.
Yes. But I look back now and I'm like, yeah. Yeah, obviously.
Now, how happy are you to strip that bed?
Yeah.
You can't wait.
But the thing is, I already have it in my calendar for tomorrow because because I know Neil's coming home on Saturday. So
you
I'm gonna,
have stripped the bed in your calendar?
yeah, it's on my list.
Kate,
I know.
oh my God.
Yeah, because I have a busy day tomorrow.
But you know you're going to strip the bed. Do you really need a reminder?
No, it's just like a task list. Okay, that's
Okay. You have a task list.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah.
different.
like in dot point, like Bowie vets, wash sheets, blah 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 blah.
Okay.
Like a task list of
I
like
thought
what I
you
need to
meant-
do tomorrow.
It was like 10 a.m. strip.
No,
bed.
I'm not that crazy.
You
I mean, I
are
could
a
be.
little bit.
I guess it's not crazy.
Questionable.
Yeah.
Okay, so the last thing that I want to say about Welcome to 30s
Okay.
is,
Do I know this?
I think you do, is when I look at 30s in Los Angeles
Oh yes.
versus 30s in other countries, it's like 30s in LA is the new 20s. I would say mid-20s, not early 20s, but like
I
30s
love
in
that.
LA is like a 25-year-old in regular life. Like, look at
Yeah.
us. We're in our 30s and we don't live a normal life.
No. That's been a 30s thing, taking away the judgment. And like when I'm looking at people in Australia on Instagram and kind of scrolling and not comparing, but looking at their life and thinking, oh my God.
What people in like other countries, like home or
Yeah.
stuff.
Like they have 2 kids. They have, I don't know. They go to that family barbecue on the weekend and they
Yeah.
all bring their kids and they're going to their birthday parties. And I mean, like, it's what a normal life is.
I know. I guess that's normal
I'm
life.
like doing air quotes,
I know.
but
But that kind of is like the movie normal. Like what you see in movies, like you get married, you have kids, and you go to each other's birthdays, it's the 1-year-olds, it's engagements,
yeah, it
it's all
sounds
that stuff.
exhausting.
Whereas we don't have any of that in our
No.
lives.
But
Yet.
we will
Later.
much later in life. So I feel like we just get a longer 20s.
But
Almost.
everyone here in LA, like none of our friends are in that phase.
No.
Like you're the closest one with this house, then I'm following in your footsteps.
Yeah, but you're
like,
way closer to everything else.
well, that's in other aspects, yes, in regards to like babies and stuff. But
Yeah.
like that's still not like around the corner.
No. Yeah, so 30s in LA, totally different.
And this city attracts it. Like people literally move to LA. I've met them.
Yeah.
And they've just.
I know, he's running down the stairs.
He's like, woohoo! People will move here at 30, 29, 31, 35, whatever, and be like ready to take on Los Angeles. I'm going to do my acting career. I'm going to
Yeah,
be a model. I'm
When
gonna
they're
do this.
30.
And they're single,
Yeah.
ready.
They're single.
They're ready. They're vibrant. They are ready to hustle and get in the grind of LA life.
Yeah. I feel like the good thing about living in LA, being 30, if you're single, is there's no judgment.
Oh yeah, a lot of most of the city I would say is 30 and single.
Yeah, 30 and single, or 40 and single, or 50 and single.
And no one cares.
And no one cares because it's just what you do here. But if you're 30, let's just talk about Australia. If you're 30 in Australia and you're single, people look at it like, why do you not have a partner? Why do you not doing that? Blah, blah, blah. That's really shit.
Yeah, that's a lot of pressure.
It's a lot of pressure. So if you're 30s in Australia and you have nothing, like
no one cares here.
Yeah.
No one cares here.
Move to LA. I don't.
Although
Yeah.
I wouldn't. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. It's not
you
that
have to be ready.
The dating pool here is rough in these streets.
I have zero experience in the dating pool here.
Well, neither do I really. But when I look at like friends who are like dating now in the time frame of life, which is like all the apps and stuff, and in Los Angeles, I'm like, woo, do not envy that.
No.
That is rough.
Yeah, that's some bravery.
Yeah.
Okay, last thing. Let's talk about friendships in your 30s compared to 20s. Did we talk about that? We talked about socialization, going out. I think friendships in your 30s, I feel like it changes a little bit. I just feel like you don't need to see each other so often. I feel like when you're in your 20s, you see everyone. When you're in your 30s, you're like, you can see your friends like twice a year.
Like I remember,
and it'd be okay. Like everyone is okay with that.
I remember coming to your Koreatown house, like townhousing, and I would just spend the day there. Like, for no reason, or I'd be going to work that night, but we'd just hang out, and I'd hang out at your house, like at your place. I would never do that now. No offense, but I would be like, no need.
Like, I don't have time.
Let's just schedule dinner, like later. Like, we would like use the time with each other. And you had Neil, but he was, I guess, away.
He was away.
But
it's just a little different when you see your friends. I think it's if you have friends like that are cool with you not seeing each other.
Yeah.
Not in a bad way.
Everyone's just busy.
You're busier in your 30s. You're doing more stuff.
Yeah.
And you're kind of more focused on yourself and growing like your family and your business and your career, I think, in your 30s than your 20s. So 20s, it's just kind of like a free-for-all.
Yes.
It's just like a big whirlwind. Let's see friends. Let's go to a party. Let's do this week. I have this job.
I think I know what it is.
Yeah, what?
In your 20s, it's like your astrology chart. Everything's everything's exciting. Everything's like shiny object syndrome.
It is, yeah.
But then when you get to your 30s, you start actually picking what you want to spend your time doing.
That's literally what it is.
And then you pick a few and you go all in on the few.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, wait. So 20s, if you're in your 20s is a trial run. Let's try everything. Let's test drive all the things. Then.
And so you should.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's fun. Let's go to all the restaurants. Let's do all the parties, all the friends. Let's travel. Let's do this, and this. Try all the things. Then you get to your like late 20s, 30s, and you go, oh, wait a second.
I don't want
to do that. Yeah,
I don't want to sleep over your place. I'd rather be in my bed.
Yes. Oh my God.
I just want to be in my bed.
Yeah. And you don't feel as guilty, like saying, yeah, no, I'm going to just stay for one drink and then go. You know, you don't even second guess it. Oh, he's crying.
He is crying. He's not happy about welcome to 30s.
He's like, I want to be happy. He's 3. He's 3. Got a long way to go. Okay, so are we still pro 30s?
I love it. Oh my God, I'm pro 30s all the way.
I'm pro 30s.
Oh my God, I'm pro.
Imagine when we're doing this and we're like 35. I wonder, it's just going to be, I'm excited actually.
I'm excited too. If you guys like this topic, let us know because I feel like so many people can relate to what we're talking about because most of our listeners are in that like 25 to 35 range anyway.
Yeah.
So they're like either going through the same thing or haven't had these thoughts yet. So
or have the thought but like don't really talk about it.
Yeah.
We could probably do an episode 3.
I know. I feel like we could.
There's so many more things.
Which will probably have to be in season 2.
Yes, we'll talk about season 2 in the next episode. All right, we're going to wrap it up.
Love it. Good job.
Should we high five?
Yeah.
All right, thanks so much for listening. Bye.